What's up, folks? Welcome to 𝗬𝗏𝗂𝗏.tv. Boy, did I have a hell of an interview with 𝗬𝗵𝗶𝗹 yesterday. That is up there right now on 𝗬𝗏𝗂𝗏.tv. It was big, talking about quantum technology. Now, I understand the controversy surrounding 𝗬𝗵𝗶𝗃. I bring a lot of guests on that have a lot of controversy, but I leave it up to you to figure out yourself and decide. So I enjoyed the interview. I found it to be absolutely fascinating. Some of my guests that I bring on, man, just for the intelligence factor alone and the way they deliver a podcast, the way they speak, is just worth the listen. I mean, this guy, it was a fascinating podcast. Folks, the Middle East is picking up again. It's heating up again. Egypt is reportedly, allegedly sending troops to the southern border of Israel. Now, a lot of countries aren't too happy, from what I'm hearing, about refugees coming into their country and America being like the bully. You remember what Trump said, and I think he's playing 5D chess once again of saying, we're going to turn it into the Middle East Riviera, folks. So, folks, you can Venmo me if you appreciate what I'm doing here. Venmo me, _Rod1977, _Rod1977. I got my sidekick, Alex, with me. Alex, you want to pop in and show that handsome mug of yours? There's Alex. Man, dude, I got to tell you, Alex, jump on real quick. I got to tell you, man, you held it down yesterday when I got booted off for whatever reason, technical issues. You held it together. Thank you.
Good, man. We'll keep doing it.
Dude, seriously, man. Wow, that was good. So I got to say, Middle East heating up. Middle East is heating up. Israel starting some of their shenanigans again. You know, when I see stuff like this, I have to think to myself, Benjamin Fulford, was there some truth to what he said? I don't know. My mind goes there automatically. I start thinking all kinds of wacky, weird stuff. Like some of these conspiracies could be dead on. I don't know. And that's what I love about my channel, 𝗬𝗏𝗂𝗏.tv. And I'm so glad my audience, by the way, that you all are okay with that you all like a little bit of different recipes or different ingredients for the recipe. I'm so happy. I'm so very happy that my niche audience appreciates that, because I'm not saying I'm right or wrong, and I'm not saying my guests are right or wrong. I'm saying you're all adults and you can formulate your own opinion, right? Can't we all do that? Don't you like to be presented podcasts, presented evidence, presented intel that you can decipher on your own, instead of me just sitting here saying, oh no, I know what's going on, it's like this? Because I don't. But I'm telling you what I am doing. I'm looking at the month of March because I'm hearing whispers that something could happen in the month of March. Folks, when the lights go out on Amazon, please leave an honest review. My mama's book, The Mexican Mix, please leave an honest review on that as well. Folks, get your health with Nino. Health with Nino, baby. Collagen, folks. I put it in my coffee every day. I haven't stopped for the last 5 years. Did you know a 2024 study found collagen supplements can boost skin hydration by 14%, improve elasticity by 23%, and reduce wrinkles by nearly 20% in just 12 weeks? This is your sign to use collagen to transform your skin from the inside out. But unfortunately, most collagen typically found on store shelves is filled with junk. That's why I've been using this amazing product for the past few years, and I'm obsessed with the results, folks. Unlike other collagen supplements, this collagen uses the top 5 types of collagen for skin health. This premium collagen blend works together to help reduce visible signs of aging, reduce wrinkles, and we can all use less wrinkles, right? Promote a youthful glow, promote elasticity, and promote skin hydration. I just mix it into my morning coffee, which is true, and I shake it a little bit, and the rest handles itself. Try it yourself and start healing your skin. Place your order while it's 51% off. Go to Health with Nino, folks. Also, if you do it now, you get a free VIP live health and fitness coaching for life, free ebook titled The 14 Foods for Amazing Skin, a 60-day satisfaction guarantee with free shipping if you order now. So get over there, folks, and get your Health with Nino. I got some really good guests. I'm going to set my ghetto timer. And remember, Alex is going to, I'm going to read my mid-roll in the middle here, and then also I'm going to look at some articles, surprise articles that I don't even know what Alex is going to show. I'm going to read some super chat in the middle of the show and also super chat at the end of the show. So, that being said, folks, Kash Patel is about to be activated. What does this mean? It means the deep state is going to scurry like mice or like roaches. Let's call them cacaroches. The cacaroches are going to see the lights and run. They're going to scatter. They are so nervous right now. And just like I've said, a lot of podcasters are saying this, but I said it. I could swear I said it first. Eric Adams playing ball, and they know this. That's why Kathy Hochul wants him out of there. It's not going to work. It's not going to matter. One thing I do disagree with Simon Parks on, he said that we will not see justice. One thing I disagree with him on is, yes, we will see justice. I think that's already happening right now, and Trump doesn't fuck around. So I think once you understand Trump's character, so I do disagree with a lot of my guests' opinions and views, but I don't do it on the show. I don't do it while we're speaking during the podcast. I just don't do that. I let them speak their piece. I ask questions like, well, why do you think that way? Whatever. But in my opinion, Trump has no mercy on these people. And we're going to see a cleanup like never before seen that will be talked about in history for 1,000 years, is what I say. Folks, Spotify Nino's Corner, Telegram Nino's Corner, Getter Nino's Corner, Rumble Nino's Corner, True Social David Rodriguez, Boxer. X is Nino Boxer. I'm sure, I guess Alex will put those up there. TikTok and Instagram, Nino's Corner.tv. Folks, my TikTok and Instagram are going to start cleaning up and looking a lot more presentable. It's going to look nice, folks. It's going to look good. I got some new people helping me out. I'm really trying to further my brand because, he's just too messy. He's too rough around the edges. I'm like, all right, you want to play that game? Let's go. Let's go. It's just like boxing. When you get into the top 20, you got to start polishing yourself up a bit to be competitive, which I'm doing now. So if I want to be competitive in this business, I got to polish my act a little bit, but I'm not going to censor myself, so don't worry about that. I do the charades thing on YouTube. I do all that kind of stuff for those purposes, but I'm still going to be very brash and very no holds barred on all of my podcasts, believe me, especially on ninoscorner.tv. Now, speaking of ninoscorner.tv, wow, have I got some people coming on. I have Walter Pavlov, white collar crime. He did the time for the white collar crime. He talks about his site, Prisonology. And it's pretty, man, these guys that get caught doing these crimes that, they come from a sheltered background. They've never been in a fight their entire life. They don't even know what it's about. And all of a sudden, they're getting sentenced to hard time in prison. It's interesting. He learned how to game the system. He learned how to put something together, a manual for people that are getting ready to be sentenced to some hard time for a crime they did that's white collar. So he kind of helps them get through the process. Simon Parks is up there right now talking about quantum technology, the quantum supercomputers that Trump and the operation use to stay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps ahead of the deep state. I believe this. I'm going to tell you this right now, folks. I'll leave it up to you, but I believe this. I think this is exactly what they used. I've heard the same thing from 𝗀𝗏 talking about a supercomputer that they were able to use that kept them 5 to 10 steps ahead of the deep state. And I think I don't see any other way that they didn't, if you want my honest opinion. So I think that was definitely in play. Sean Taylor's coming up talking about, you think UCED was big? You think USAID was big? No. What Sean Taylor is discussing on my show is bigger. And this is going on ninoscorner.tv. No way I can put this on FluffTube. No way. Sean Taylor is going to be talking about transnational deep state money laundering with the banks here in America, banks in Canada, the way they were doing it through the mortgage process. Folks, the way this contributed to high inflation around the country. Folks, you got to watch this. Sean Taylor, former detective, former police chief in Millersville, Tennessee, comes on Nino'sCorner.tv to drop the bomb, baby. Yeah. All right, folks. And 𝗬𝗵𝗶𝗹 𝗂𝘁 coming on today. Amanda Grace is coming back on. I can't cuss. I cannot say one bad word when I do a podcast with her. I have to stay clean. So it's kind of good. I get to work on my be at my best. I have to be at my best. I have to polish my act with Amanda Grace whenever I bring her on. And Bo Pony too. I don't like to get my Christian audience mad at me. But it is what it is. I also have SG Anon coming on Nino'sCorner.tv in the next few days. So it's big, folks. And you might want to turn it down or turn it up, baby. Yeah. Oh, here we go, folks. Oh, yeah. Live from the apocalypse, folks. Oh, yeah. Let's go. All right. And the glasses fog up once again. Where are we at right now? You know, one thing about this StreamYard, I can't see how many people are watching. So I don't know if that's better or worse for me because sometimes I get a little worked up and when I don't see it, like when I don't hit my numbers, and it pisses me off. But right now I know Kash Patel is being certified, or he's going to be, here it is right here. So we'll play a little bit as I'm going. Alex, you'll come up. You'll play that just a little bit as we're going throughout the show.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. You bounced off quick there. So the month of March, folks, the month of March. Remember, according to pagan worship and the elites, March is a month of war. I'm expecting something to pop off in March. Now, that's just me. That's my hunch. That's just what I'm going off of. But if you Google it, this is what it says. Yeah, Alex, you can just play that every now and then because I don't want to get a fucking copyright with these people. So remember, in Roman mythology, Mars was the god of war, agriculture, and protector of Rome. He was one of the most important gods in the Roman culture, second only to Jupiter. March has been a month of war in many historical conflicts, including World War II, the American Civil War, and the wars in Libya, Syria, and Yemen. So now we got Egypt sending troops to the southern border. Folks, you got to understand, they go by a whole different set of rules here. They follow a completely different calendar. Now, I feel a lot safer knowing Trump's in office, but that doesn't mean shit's not going to pop off. In fact, it probably means even more so because their fates are sealed if they don't go along with, if they don't continue their plan of world domination. Okay. So, 𝗀𝗄𝗎, RFK, and 𝗵𝗶𝗶𝗋, bases are loaded. Kash Patel up to bat. Is it going to be a grand slam? I think so. I was in Las Vegas with Kash Patel, folks. I was there. I went and saw Government Gangsters at his premiere, and I got to tell you, I was impressed. I think the guy that put this together for him was a buddy that Andy Battalato introduced me to, and I think his name's Dan, War Room Dan, I call him. But he works with Steve. He works with Steve Bannon. Anyway, he put together the Government Gangsters, which is out now. You can go to Kash Patel's site, and he's already linked everyone together. The whole web of people that are guilty within the deep state. Kash Patel is already onto him, folks. The investigation is already there. He's already been looking up these people's asses with a microscope. Okay, so they know their time is ticking. If they certify him today, which can be any moment, it's game on. It's game on, and that's why I respectfully disagree with Simon Parks. So I think a grand slam is coming, but you better believe the deep state will fight to the very, very end, folks. If you do believe the military is making moves behind the scenes, this is one of them. And just knowing what happened to Eric Adams, the mayor of New York, I said he was pulled aside. Folks, just knowing that, just watching that play out, tells you there's an operation behind the scenes. You have to be blind not to see this. The deep state infrastructure and army is done. Now that the money laundering has been exposed and the cartel pipelines have been stopped, it's game over. They don't have the money to follow through with the nefarious deeds. Their henchmen were the cartels. Now that Kash Patel's getting in, they're going to be going after all these politicians, in my opinion, allegedly, right? Remember I said investigations will begin, folks. I said this. I was one of the first people that said this. I'm ahead of the ball on this. I said the investigations are going to begin. Now that Pam Bondi is in there, what's happening? She's charging who? Kathy Hochul and 𝗬𝗏𝗏 James, motherfucker. She's charging them both. What are they going to do? I think they're going to fight to the very end, but it's going to be up to it's going to be a failure, folks. It's going to be an absolute failure. The final piece to this puzzle will be Kash Patel, and they know this. Hence the delay. Trying to figure out what chess pieces they can maneuver, what exits. Here's how I see it, folks. Here on Nino's Corner.tv and in my audience, my niche audience, we're all looking at this from an aerial perspective. We're looking at rats in a maze, scurrying, that are trying to get out, that know the exits, right? But we've blocked the exits. We've blocked the funding. We've cut all the fat. They don't know where to go. So the exits that they're used to going is blocked. So now we're watching from a 50,000 or 100,000 view, watching the maze of rats right now scurry, knowing the exits that they're going to go to, but they're not able to get out. And we're watching this right now, all of us. That's why I say we are already watching the boomerang take place right now. It's happening right now. And justice is coming. I'm going to say that right now. Justice is coming. So how are they funding their army? Operators and hitmen were on these payrolls. The operators and the hitmen were on these payrolls, folks. We stopped the southern border floodgates. We shut that off. We closed that gap. We stopped the bleeding. Now USAID is exposing all the useless federal agencies. That's another stop. Sean Taylor came on my show on Nino's Corner.tv too. Exposed the other side of this, which I think is way bigger than USAID. Yeah, I'm saying it right now. Mortgage fraud, money laundering, transnational money laundering. Sean Taylor on my show. Get over there and watch it. I'll be putting that up tonight. Simon Parks is up there right now. So what moves could be next? What would the deep state need to do? Could they crash the economy? Would that be their next move? Unplug the stock market, crash the stock market, black swan type of event. Trump is talking about the gold dollar, the gold-backed dollar, XRP, all that is just going to skyrocket. Are we waiting for this? Is this going to happen? Well, it seems to me like we're pushing their hand, folks, like we're pushing them into this. And Doge tried to make the proper moves to expose the deep state funding. And now they're getting hit with lawfare, which I'm going to say, I said this in the beginning. If Trump gets in conventionally, he's going to get hit with lawfare in every which way he moves. But it's not going to matter. Folks, what we're witnessing right now is a time in history never before seen. This is unbelievable. The cleanup is unbelievable. And I haven't talked to Simon Parks about this. I said the pendulum went left, and now it's going really far right. It's going really far right. He seems to believe it's going to go right back into the middle. I hope so. El Salvador President Nayib Bukele, I guess is how you say it, reacts to activist judges, just like the lawfare here. The lawfare that is happening right now here in the United States was happening in El Salvador. Now, this is why I'm bringing this up. This is very important. Check this out. President Nayib Bukele, I guess that's how you say it, folks, reacts to activist judges overstepping the authority to hamstring Trump and Doge. That's exactly what the judges were doing here in El Salvador in 2021. So we impeached them all and then proceeded to fix the country. And I think that's what's going to happen here, because now Trump has the court of public opinion behind him. It's looking very nice, very nice. So, Justin, Governor Kathy Hochul is reportedly considering the removal of New York City Mayor Eric Adams. This is following news that Eric Adams has agreed to work with Trump, Homan, and ICE. Really? You saw him turn that leaf a while back, a few months back, before Trump was even in office, folks. So something tells me they sat him down and said, hey, look, motherfucker, this is how we're playing ball, and this is how you're going to catch the fucking ball. DOJ is cleaning up the federal agencies. Will we soon uncover the money given to Planned Parenthood? Planned Parenthood. Have you guys paying attention to Planned Parenthood? Planned Parenthood just deleted all their posts. All of them. Looks like they're about to be exposed. Soon you'll find out what they do with all those babies. And let me tell you, folks, it's not pretty. It's not pretty one bit. And it's going to be exposed, believe me. Scores of firings have begun in federal agencies. At federal agencies, scores of firings have begun at federal agencies with terminations of probationary employees underway at the Department of Education and the Small Business Administration. Federal employees and union sources told CNN on Wednesday the probationary employee firings marked the first from the Trump administration as President Donald Trump and Elon Musk's Department of Government efficiency aim to dramatically shrink the federal workforce. Until now, federal employees across all government agencies had only been placed on paid administration leave. The move came the same day as the federal judge allowed the administration's deferred resignation program to proceed. About 77,000 employees have accepted the offer, which generally allows them to leave their jobs but be paid through end of September. This is crazy. And so do you guys like the new format? Does my audience like the new format I got going on here? And I do appreciate the super chats, by the way, folks. I really do appreciate the super chats. I'm going to read the super chats in the middle of the show. And at the end of the show, if you want your question answered, I'll be answering your question in the middle of the show. And in the end, whatever super chats come after that, I'll answer the super chats at the end of the show. So make your questions respectable and good. Update in the Lincoln Heights situation developing, folks. I did a show with Ron Partain talking about the Lincoln Heights situation. They're setting up checkpoints where they're not allowing whites into the area. Come to find out, there was a rally, which I think was funded by, instincts tell me, by organizations that want to see this kind of conflict take place. I think this is problem, reaction, solution. And supposedly there was, apparently there was neo, you know what? Can't say that word I'm flubbed to, but rally just before these checkpoints are taking place. But the Laughlin School Board says it has video of the Evandale officer leading the U-Haul van full of neo, you know what, onto the property of Laughlin schools on the day of the demonstration on the overpass. So a police officer, an Evandale officer, leading a U-Haul full of these neo, you know what, to instigate hatred, folks, okay? That's what this is about. Then the brothers respond with, well, we're going to set up the checkpoints and not let any white people in. So that's what's happening right there. Problem, reaction, solution. Getting the desired reaction from the brothers because, hey, man, we can't have that. And I agree with them. I do agree with them. I see. Look, folks. I mean, imagine it was your neighborhood. I can understand it. I can see what they're doing, why they're doing this. I totally understand it. Just saying. Pam Bondi announces charges against the New York against New York over immigration. You're next. Wednesday, U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi announced that the Department of Justice filed charges against New York Governor Kathy Hochul and State Attorney General Letitia James, both Democrats, for allegedly failing to enforce federal immigration laws. Bondi said the lawsuit was also filed against Mark Schroeder. Schroeder. Schroeder, New York's Department of Motor. I know Ricky. You know, I talk to Ricky Schroeder every now and then. I text with him. He's really up to pace with what's happening to Tina Peters. Yeah, anyway, Ricky Schroeder. This is the new DOJ, and we're taking steps to protect American citizens. As you know, we sued Illinois, and New York didn't listen. You're next, Bondi said at her first press conference as President Donald Trump's new Attorney General. Folks, they're dropping the hammer. They are dropping the hammer. Kash Patel, here we go, baby. You're up to bat. Is it going to be a grand slam? We'll see. Kash Patel's nomination to lead FBI clears first major Senate hurdle. The Senate Judiciary Committee voted Thursday to advance Kash Patel, and here we are right now. There it is live. I expect him to get in. I don't think there'll be any hiccups. I don't think there might be a couple speed bumps, but I think he's getting in, folks. I think this is it. And once he does, they know these same people asking him questions right now are going to be running for their lives. And they know this. Just look at this guy. Look at this guy right here. I'm telling you, folks, the hammer of justice is coming. It's coming. And Kash Patel is going to be activated. And when this happens, they're done. They're done. Everything that happened to Trump is going to happen to them. But it's going to go all the way through, and you're going to see them clickety-clank, clickety-clank. Look at the new troops showing up to south into Guantanamo, folks. I got to be real careful because of YouTube, but Kash Patel will be activated. I appreciate your super chat. I can see it in my peripheral vision over here. The Senate Judiciary Committee has examined every detail of Patel's life, Grassley said Thursday, and he has been subjected to relentless attacks on his character during this whole period of time. So I haven't talked to Kash Patel in the last few months. I know that he's going through this. We used to text a little bit here and there, but I know that this is a very serious situation for him and the country. We need Kash Patel in there. So hopefully when this is all said and done, I can get Kash Patel back on the show and we can take it from there. But I know he's going to be a very, very busy man. Snowden pardon, folks. Is Snowden going to get the pardon? Breaking: Trump to pardon Snowden. The deep state's nightmare begins. It's happening. President Donald J. Trump is preparing to issue a full and unconditional pardon for Edward Snowden. The man who sacrificed everything to expose the deep state's crimes is about to receive justice, and the corrupt establishment is panicking. Oh, yeah, they're panicking. Could you imagine being them right now? All of this transpiring. I don't know. That's why I say I just don't. I think justice is coming. I do not agree with Simon Parks on this. I just don't. I think this justice is coming. By the way, I am giving a free membership to the General's Tent February 26th, my sobriety anniversary. It's just for Nino'sCorner.tv subscribers. So I'm going to be giving it to them. And it's going to be a General's Tent membership. And you'll be in time for the Jaguar Wright General's Tent, which is the 27th. I am going to ask Simon Parks to be a general in the General's Tent. I think April. I think my next spot open is April for Simon Parks. So I'm going to ask him to be the next general in the General's Tent. Well, a coming general in the General's Tent in April. Breaking: President Donald Trump has just fired all 93 federal prosecutors appointed by Biden, baby. Oh, yeah. President Trump has fired the remaining Biden-appointed U.S. attorneys effective immediately. Your MSN is saying Reuters has paid millions of dollars by the U.S. government to large-scale social deception. That is literally what it says on the purchase order. Let me read that again. Reuters was paid millions of dollars by the U.S. government for large-scale social deception. That is literally what it says on the purchase order. This is so... Now we know why they're all in panic mode, right, folks? Now we know. The walls are literally closing in on these people moment by moment. They have nowhere to go. Like I said, it's like watching the rats scurry through the maze, and we blocked all of the exits, folks. There it is right there. There's the article. Good pickup, Alex. RFK Jr. confirmed by Senate as HHS Secretary. Robert F. Kennedy is up. Whose nomination by President Donald Trump as Secretary of Health and Human Services was highly scrutinized by lawmakers, was confirmed. He has been confirmed. 52-48 vote, folks. A 52-48 vote. Mitch McConnell. The turkey gizzard. Mitch McConnell. Oh, yeah. Oh. Mitch McConnell. Gosh, he does remind me of like a foghorn leghorn, a Warner Brothers cartoon character. I guess a lot of you say he looks like the slow turtle. I think he looks like the chicken that chases around foghorn leghorn. The guy looks like a cartoon character to me. I can't get over it. Shit. Okay, sorry. All right. Area 51 has been rocked by a series of earthquakes as seismic activity around the mysterious testing site ramps up. What are they getting rid of, folks? What are they bombing? Do they know we're coming for them? I think so. I think Trump's going to look right up that ass. And I think, I don't know. I think something's happening over there. A series of earthquakes have struck near the secretive Area 51 military testing base outside Las Vegas, Nevada. The U.S. Geological Survey recorded a 2.8 magnitude tremor. I need to get Gene Decode on. To talk about this. I'll bring him on to talk about this on Nino'sCorner.tv. This is big. This is big. What are they covering up? That's where my mind goes with this. The quake occurred east of Amargosa Valley, close to the infamous U.S. Air Force facility known as Area 51. UFO-related conspiracy theories go crazy as these earthquakes continue to erupt in the area. So I don't know. I think they're getting rid of it. I think they're getting rid of evidence, maybe bases, maybe little aliens running around. I don't know. Let's get to some World War III news. World War III, what's going on in the world? Here we go. Do you guys like how I go through this kind of fast? I'm trying to keep up the pace. I got a lot more articles here, so I'm trying to go a little bit faster. The only thing that bothers me about this StreamYard thing is I can't really see the chat anymore, unless I guess I can move my phone over here and stare at it from here. So, do you guys like this new setup with me and Alex? I'm guessing the attendance is a little lower today because the Kash Patel confirmation hearings are happening right now. Is that what it is? Give me a thumbs up if that's what it is. Britain warned it must be ready to go to war with Russia. European leaders are scrambling to respond to Donald Trump's announcement yesterday that he discussed a plan to end the war in Ukraine. So wait a minute. What do you mean? What do you mean you're going to go to war with Russia? He's trying to end the war in Ukraine. How does that signify that you're going to go to war with Russia? See, folks, do you see how they're manipulated here? Do you see how they control the MSM? They put out this propaganda. So why? Now that Trump is stopping a war, is stopping the war between Ukraine and Russia, all of a sudden that means there's going to be war with Russia and Europe? I think not. But if you understand how the dirty deeds are done dirt cheap and what's really happening behind the scenes, then you get a very clear picture of this. Uh-oh. We've been caught. They're going to come after us next, right, guys? Put it out there. Putin's going to get crazy again. He's going to come after us. Yes, he's going to start a war with Europe. Put it out there. Put it all over the press today. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Trump's call with Putin alarms Europe and Ukraine. President Donald Trump's phone call to Russian President Vladimir Putin on Wednesday has deeply rattled Kiev and his European partners, triggering pop-held fears. Not pop-held, long-held fears that Ukraine could be excluded from the peace talks, determining its own future and security. See, these people think you don't know what's going on. I know my audience knows exactly what's going on, but they think you don't know. I guess the common person, the common American really doesn't know what's going on. Do you know the common? I bet you guys didn't know this. The common American citizen does not know how many states America has. They don't even know where America is on a globe. Do you know that? Dead serious. All right, folks, let's get to the mid-roll, and we're going to answer the super chat questions. I know there's only a couple, if there's even is any questions at all. I do appreciate the super chat still, but let me get to the mid-roll. Most guys think their testosterone is being drained by aging, bad genetics, or maybe even a lack of exercise. But what if I told you that's not the case? In fact, the real culprit is something you're likely eating every day, and here's the shocking part. It's something you've always been told is healthy. The one food has been scientifically shown to devastate testosterone levels, and most men have no idea. It's not junk food. It's not sugar. It's something way more unexpected. And just eating it a few times a week is enough to wreck your testosterone, drain your energy, and crush your motivation. But here's the good news. Cutting this one thing out of your diet can completely transform the way you feel. Our friends at Sculpt Nation has seen it firsthand with their clients. And guys who stopped eating it are building muscle, burning fat, and feeling more energized than they have in years. It's truly incredible how quickly things can change once you know what to avoid. Sculpt Nation, the team behind cutting-edge fitness and nutrition strategies, has created a video that reveals exactly what this testosterone-killing food is and why removing it from your diet could be the key to unlocking your body's true potential. Go to sculptnation.com/Nino, sculptnation.com/Nino, and start putting on the mass. All right, folks, let's get into this. All right, Alex, so do we have any super chats? I know we got 2, but is there any questions on there?
Not so much questions. Some support, though. Big support from Susan.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you, Susan.
Thank you, Susan. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Who's the other super chat from? Jim Cuthbert. Thank you so much, Jim and Susan. Gosh, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much. All right, let's throw up some articles. I don't know what these articles are. I have no idea, but let's take a look at them. Alex, did you got some articles to show me up and get my response? Let's see what we're going to look at here. Woman claims Diddy drugged her, held her captive. What's new? What's new? He's the diddler. I don't even know what. I mean, these things are coming out so frequently now that I don't even have a response for this. It's like, okay, we all know who he is. We know what he's about. On to the next. The person I want to see get taken down, I don't know. We saw some names. We saw Drake. We know Jay-Z's in the mix. That's who I want to see. That's what I want to see. Those are the next people I want to see. Let's get to the next one. Who needs portraits when you got a mugshot? I don't know, folks. All right, let me get my audience's opinion on this. I look at this as an operation, okay? I look at all of this stuff that happened in 2024 with Trump being arrested and all that. We heard 𝗀𝗏 talk about this many times on my show. I've often said it's an operation. I think all this was, to a degree, that picture looks very staged to me. I'm just going to say that. So I think he knew he was going to get arrested. He knew he was going to get off. It was all part of the operation. And I think it's almost like a fucking photo shoot. I don't know. Call me crazy, but it is what it is. That's how I see it. Do I think they really went after him? Yes, I do. But I think Trump knew he had the bigger guns, and he knew he was going to get off the entire time. That, especially the way this transpired. I believe there's a massive team behind Trump, a firewall that is controlling all this. And that picture right there that you see, to me, was probably like, I don't know, it looks like a photo shoot. I don't know. I'm just saying, folks, I'm not saying he wasn't really arrested. I'm saying he was arrested, but I'm saying he knew the end result. That's all I'm saying. All right, Alex, get to the next one. Mexican National Guard investigates a tunnel found near Juarez Municipal Government Building. I know where that tunnel was. Sancho used to cross there many times a day with his chicas, with his mujeres. So yeah, I mean they're uncovering one tunnel after another here in El Paso, man. They're just popping up everywhere. I would dare to say there's probably over 100 tunnels here, small and big. In fact, I bet there's even more. I would bet there's even more tunnels than that. Folks, do me a favor and like and share this podcast. Get it out. Try to get it out as much as you can. Do you like the new format? Give me a thumbs up if you like the new format, what we're doing here with Alex. All right, Alex, let's check out another article. The hell is this? Migrant sentenced to biting agent.
I thought these were their best and brightest coming through.
Yeah. Yeah, aren't they sending us their best? She bites an agent. Can you imagine this guy? I wonder if she drew blood. But she's sentenced. How long was she sentenced to, Alex?
12 months and 1 day in prison.
So what? She just does like a fraction of that and then she's out. Well, then she'll be going back to wherever she came from.
Yeah.
Wow. Hasta la vista. Wow. Yeah, she's gone.
Upon her release from prison, she'll be subject to 2 years of supervised release and deportation proceedings. Just get her out.
What do you mean supervised release? So she gets to stay longer because she bit an agent? Basically, that's what I'm reading here.
What it sounds like. Yeah, now she's committed a crime so that they keep her even longer.
Jeez. Do we have another article after this one?
I think that's what I got for now.
All right, let's get back to this segment, folks. Here we go. Let's get back to the news. How's the Kash Patel thing going right now, Alex? It's still going? I wonder how long this lasts for. Senate committee decides Kash Patel's fate as Trump's FBI name. So I think he's going to get through. I think he's going to be activated. I think they're scared to death of this. I'd be very surprised if they don't confirm him. I'd be very, very surprised. Folks, yes, more super chats are coming in. I'm going to be answering these questions at the end of the broadcast. All right, Alex, let's get back to it. Trump pushes fading Zelensky toward risky Ukraine election. Vladimir Zelensky knows a thing or two about wearing high heels. Not just kidding, about wearing different guises. As a comedian, humor was his armor, and so were the high heels and thongs. As a wartime leader, it was military fatigues. Yeah, right. He only wore those in bed when someone wanted something kinky. When they wanted something kinky from Zelensky, he wore his fatigues with his high heels. It was military fatigues, but there was no disguising the sense of betrayal reverberating in Ukraine as the president put on a brave face to let the world know about his latest dispiriting call with Donald Trump. The U.S. president had earlier spoken for 90 minutes with Vladimir Putin and for all intents and purposes sold Ukraine out. Yeah, right. Listen to how they're wording this. This is your media, folks. I'm reading you your media, what they're feeding the liberals. Extinguishing any hope for NATO membership or American boots on the ground, Russia would probably keep most of the territory it had snatched over the years. All Zelensky could do or say about Trump was to appreciate his genuine interest and offer. Zelensky's in trouble. Oh, boy, you know he's sweating it. Zelensky is in massive trouble. So, dire Vladimir Putin threat, bombshell spy intel reveals Putin arming for a large-scale war that will trigger World War III is what all the propaganda is right now, and it's not long until he can strike. So what they're saying here is basically what everyone's getting at is now Putin is going to be unleashed because Trump has got his back, and now Europe is frightened. He's going to go after them. Basically, that's it in a nutshell. A dire warning has been issued that Vladimir Putin is looking to start major war in Europe within 5 years, according to the bombshell spy intel. Intelligence from Denmark has assessed that Russian despot's military capacity, claiming he could be ready to spark wars with neighboring neighbors and regions in just months, and a full-scale attack will ensue. On who? On NATO. But folks, who started all this? Who poked the bear? That's all I'm saying. Who started all this? Who's poked the bear? In border news, let's get to some border news. Marco Even, a Dutch national and European operator. I think you have this article or this tweet, don't you, Alex, to throw up there and show everybody? Marco Even, a Dutch national and European operator for 𝗬𝗵𝗶𝗹 𝗬𝗵𝗶𝗀 faction of the Sinaloa cartel, was found dead in a residence in 𝗬𝗵𝗶𝗃, state of Mexico. Even had been one of 𝗬𝗃𝗶𝗀's most wanted individuals and had reportedly fled to Mexico. His last known sighting was on September 22nd in Culiacan, Sinaloa, amid international conflicts with the Sinaloa cartel and other factions loyal to El Mayo. So now it's starting to happen, folks. It's heating up. So I've always said, folks, it's going to kick off. Now, to what degree, I don't know. But this guy being taken out, there's going to be a lot of imbalance in the region. A lot of chaos is coming, especially it's probably going to hit Mexico first. It'll hit Mexico first, and then it's going to find its way into America is what I see. That's how I see this happening. So Simon Parks seems to think not. He thinks that everything's is quelled. I mean, it's either they behave or they get taken over by America, basically by special forces parachuting in and taking out the cartels. I mean, I see his point, but I think there's too much imbalance, and cartels will go down fighting all the way. That's the way I see it. And just look at the pockets of civil unrest already happening in Mexico, the shooting at our Border Patrol agents. I don't think it's going to be much damage, but I think they're going to at least get their point across. Elon Musk calls for the U.S. government to delete entire agencies, remove the roots from the weed. So key points here, I think we need to delete entire agencies as opposed to leave part of them behind. It's kind of like leaving a weed, Musk said, to let it grow back again. The South African-born engineer and tech entrepreneur has been named by Trump as a special government employee and the head of the new entity under the administration called DOGE, or the Department of Government Efficiency. So Dubai, United Arab Emirates, the U.S. government needs to delete entire agencies, all of them, all the ones that are having all this useless spending in a cost and efficiency drive, tech billionaire and Tesla co-founder Elon Musk said Thursday when asked about whether the changes he is implementing as part of the Donald Trump administration will last beyond the current president's term. I think we do need to delete entire agencies as opposed to just leaving them partly working. So here we go, folks. He's going to clean sweep this entire government, all of the USAID funding, other federal agencies, clean it up, trim the fat, and then guess what, folks? Investigations. Then see who was taking the money, and then see who did the nefarious activities. Who's it linked to? Who's linked to the cartels? Who's linked to the southern border? Who's linked to Mexico? Who's paying who? And I got to tell you, folks, what goes even deeper than this, Sean Taylor on Nino'sCorner.tv. That goes up tonight. It's breaking. It's big. Now, he's been on some other shows. But what we covered on Nino'sCorner.tv, I think, is compelling, and it's going to be really big. And I think you all need to get over there and watch it. Also, the raffle for Nino'sCorner.tv, a free General's Tent membership, that's coming. I'll be announcing that the 26th. Are we getting any more super chats, Alex? It looks like we got like 3 more, but are they questions or 2 more?
We did get a couple more. There is a question. Couple
all right, well,
questions.
let's wait till the end of the show. Let's let him build up, and then we'll answer all the questions at the end of the show. Folks, we're both a work in progress. Give a thumbs up for Alex, man, my new sidekick here. Whose sidekick are you? You're my sidekick, right?
I'm your sidekick, bro.
Or am I your sidekick? It doesn't matter. It's Batman and Robin, folks. Who's Robin? Who's Batman? I don't know. But all right, so is 𝗬𝗏𝗶𝗹 right? Could 𝗬𝗏𝗶𝗶𝗹 be right? Prices could go up. Trump admits tariffs might worsen inflation, but promises they'll make our country a fortune. So, okay, that's all fine and dandy, but that's going to suck if prices go up. Who said that? 𝗬𝗏𝗶𝗶𝗹 said that. 𝗬𝗏𝗶𝗶𝗹 came on my show. I put it up when nobody was putting this shit up, and I had the big balls to do it. Prices could go up, Trump admits. President Donald Trump admitted that the sweeping tariffs his administration is implementing might temporarily drive up prices during a press conference in the Oval Office. So is 𝗬𝗏𝗶𝗶𝗹 that crazy, folks? I'm just asking the question here. Asked if consumers should expect prices to go up, Trump initially replied, not necessarily, before arguing that what will go up is jobs, and the jobs will go up tremendously. After he finished, CNN's Caitlin Collins asked him who voters should hold responsible for inflation after the tariffs go into effect. I think what's going to go up is jobs, he said. And they're going to go up immensely, and prices could go up somewhat short term, but prices will go down. Prices will inevitably go down, but he's saying that there's going to be a spike in prices, so inflation could go up. You might be paying more for your eggs and bacon, but at least they're not going to take them off the store shelves like Biden wanted to do. All because of the cow farts. Oh, wait, no, bacon's pig. Okay, meat, steaks. You know that's what they're getting ready to do, right, folks? The cow farts. We have to stop eating meat because cows are farting, and it's contributing to it being too hot outside. Elon Musk keeps saying weird stuff about Trump. When Elon Musk, do you see this? Elon Musk's kid. You got this article, Alex? Elon Musk's kid. I don't know if you guys saw this. I saw it, and the video was playing, but the kid wasn't talking to Trump. But in this article, the propaganda, they're saying that he was speaking to Trump, telling him to shut his mouth or shut your mouth. When Elon Musk appeared in the Oval Office of the White House next to President Donald Trump on Tuesday, everyone's eyes were naturally focused on the absolutely bonkers things coming out of the kid's mouth, Elon kid's mouth. But after a couple of days, social media users have started to fixate on the short little human who's doing some very odd things. In a video clip that's gone viral, Musk's 4-year-old child named X appears to tell President Trump, I want you to shush your mouth. Trump appears to listen to X as he's saying it, but then looks back at the senior Musk who's been talking the whole time. So I don't think he was saying shush your mouth. I think he was saying that to one of the camera people. I don't know if you guys saw this, but that's what I saw. I think it was definitely one of the camera people in the background, one of the people there. I don't think it was a Trump. Kid wasn't looking at Trump. I don't know what. Give me your thoughts down below, folks. And folks, if you have a question, put it in the super chat. I'll be reading it at the end of the show. Hollywood rattled. Hollywood is rattled by Trump's big assault on DEI. Oh, they're very upset. So Hollywood's efforts to promote diversity on screen and behind it are under siege 1 month into the Trump administration when Disney publicly scaled back its DEI efforts. I don't see them stopping. We got a Captain America, a black Captain America now, motherfucker. So that's what's coming. I mean, I'm going to tell you right here, folks. I even put it on my X. There's going to be a black Superman. Guaranteed. I see it coming like tomorrow. Like Tuesday follows Monday. I'm telling you right now, a black Superman is coming, and his kryptonite is going to be fat white women. Yeah. I don't know. Don't get mad. I make fun of everybody. I make fun of everybody. I make fun of myself. Sancho likes the tortas. I like tortas because I reign supreme. Everybody knows Sancho's the king of El Paso. All right. Sancho likes the tortas. I got tortas emailing me. Oh, do you like tortas? I weigh 300 pounds. It's okay. Anyway, so Hollywood is rattled by scaling back DEI and Comcast facing an FCC investigation over its policies seeking to promote inclusion. The moves have sent tremors through the entertainment industry and executive and creative wonder whether the hard-won gains of equality or more balanced representation will be lost, or worse, will they even be punished? What's going to happen here, folks? I don't know. Hollywood has spent years, if not decades, listening to the interest groups. Listen to that. Oh, and by the way, Sean Taylor really digs into these interest groups. Let me tell you, he really goes in deep on these organizations with all of this laundering going on. Let me tell you, folks, it's pretty damn crazy what Sean Taylor uncovered. You got to watch it on Nino'sCorner.tv. I'm telling you that right now. It's going to be epic. I'm going to bring Sean Taylor on probably in the future as a general in the general sense as well, because he needs to explain this to my audience. So Hollywood has spent years, if not decades, listening to interest groups advocate for entertainment that more accurately reflects society. That reflects society. Do you all think what they're doing reflects society, folks? I take that as an insult, because it doesn't reflect on the people I know. No, it doesn't. How will the studios manifest this change? Will they shift storylines, phase out gay characters and youth-oriented fare, recast the plot lines of Pixar movies, which lean heavily on inclusion, hide Haley Bailey as the Little Mermaid on Disney? What are they going to do? In a chilling letter to Comcast Chairman and CEO Brian Roberts on Tuesday, Federal Communications Commission Chairman Brendan Carr said there is substantial evidence that the media conglomerates and NBC Universal are promoting invidious forms of DEI in a way that illegally discriminates. He cited language on the company's website that DEI is a core value of its business, and public reports that state it has an entire DEI infrastructure that includes annual DEI days, training for the company's leaders, and initiatives on TV and programming side of business. So here you go, folks. I mean, this is how they worm and weasel their way in. Thank God we're cutting this crap out of there. Disney ditches trigger warnings in DEI bonfire. Entertainment giant removes disclaimers on beloved classics. A major shift. Disney has scrapped its trigger warnings for children's cartoons such as Dumbo in a bonfire diversity, equity, and inclusion DEI policies. The entertainment giant is removing disclaimers on beloved classics such as Peter Pan and The Jungle Book, which warn viewers the films promoted racism and contained harmful stereotypes. Are you kidding me? Is this a joke? So you can't get triggered if you watch The Jungle Boy. This is ridiculous. Whatever happened to sticks and bones may break my bones. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Remember that? Remember when your parents used to tell you this, to walk barefoot in the snow to school? I mean, how weak are we getting as a society that this shit triggers people? Ooh, we got to put. It's only triggering people because you're putting it out there in the open. That's what they're doing. I'm highly triggered. It's just getting ridiculous. Warcaster be sanctuary city after public compares Trump administration to Hitler. Of course, that's all they got now. That's all they got. The Worcester City Council has approved a petition declaring Massachusetts' second largest municipality as a sanctuary gender diverse people after hearing residents compare the Trump administration to. This is just getting so out of hand. So now they need their sanctuary city. Okay, I get it. Actually, what about an island? I don't know. Just saying. Stripping sports titles and awards from trans women is a sick attempt to erase history. As if banning future trans athletes from participating in women's sports isn't bad enough, they say. There's now a move about to strip titles and awards from those who won those accolades fair and square. Who won those accolades, it says here, fair and square, folks. fair and square. And it's being pushed by the federal government. The Department of Education sent a letter to the NCAA and National Federation of State High School Associations asking them to restore to female athletics the records, titles, awards, and recognitions misappropriated by biological males competing in female categories. And they're sitting here telling me, and as I'm reading this, that they won these accolades fair and square. They won this fair and square. That's what they're saying. Wow. That's where we're at as a country, folks. Ellen DeGeneres clashes with new British neighbors over planned extension to 18 million farmhouse. So, comedian Ellen DeGeneres has reportedly landed herself in hot water with her new British neighbors over construction plans for her new $18 million farmhouse. Just weeks after she and her wife, is it Portia de Rossi, quit the U.S. or left the U.S. to start a new life in the U.K. countryside. Why do you all think she left? You think she's in trouble? I'm just asking the questions. I'm just asking the questions here. I want to know from my audience, do you all think that maybe she's in trouble? I don't know. Why would you move to the UK? Why would you feel the need to leave America? Isn't her show here? Why would you leave? I don't understand it. What's going on here? What's going on behind the scenes that maybe we need to know about? Maybe I need to investigate further. Kanye West in some entertainment news, folks. I'm going to be bringing some entertainment news here. Kanye West and Bianca 𝗀𝗄𝗃, right? Is that her name? 𝗀𝗄𝗃 split days after naked Grammy stunt. Yeah, I would leave her too. What's there to be proud of if everyone gets to see her wife naked? I don't get it. I don't understand the logic here. The naked Grammy stunt and wife anti-Semitic meltdown. Kanye West and Bianca 𝗀𝗄𝗃 are allegedly heading for divorce just 11 days after the naked stunt at the Grammys at the red carpet. So they're done. They're doomed. Who cares? Do you guys care? Do you guys even think that's Kanye? What's your all's thoughts on this? Do you guys even think that's Kanye walking the red carpet? He's acting, I've never seen someone so, I don't know, multiple personalities, bipolar. I don't know what's going on with this guy. I can't figure it out. I cannot seem to figure this out. But he goes from singing Christian music 1 month to the next month, putting adult movies on his ex, and I mean graphic stuff. Graphic stuff on his ex, folks. I don't know if you've seen this. Stuff you would think you need a subscription for, but hold on. This guy, on one hand, is promoting Christian music. What kind of confusing signals is he sending the youth is what I'm asking. I had John Rich on talking about this, and I feel the same way John Rich says. It's very confusing, and it's misleading the youth. And is he a false prophet? I'll say, I'm going to put him in the category, Kanye, you're a false prophet. Boom, there it is. In What the Fuck News, remember, folks, after this one, I'm going to be reading the super chats, folks. So breaking, CPAC's Matt Schlapp accused of assaulting a man. Matt Schlapp, the face of conservative politic action conference, allegedly assaulted a man at a bar in Virginia last weekend. According to independent journalist Yashir Ali, 7 witnesses say that the chairman of the American Conservative Union allegedly engaged in lewd conduct and allegedly assaulted a man at a bar on Saturday night near a property he owns in North Central Virginia. Ali reports that restaurant and bar is located in North Central Virginia, which is allegedly nearby a property owned by Schlapp and his wife. So he has a wife, Mercedes Schlapp. The Schlapps are vocal supporters of President Donald Trump, with Mercedes having worked in the Trump White House during his first term. Video footage. So there is video footage of this. And photography allegedly reviewed by Ali confirmed that Schlapp was present at the bar during the night where the alleged assault took place. But did they get the assault on camera? Because this could just be hearsay, especially if this guy's, in with Trump. Schlapp also reportedly used a credit card in his name to set up a tab at the bar that he never paid out. According to Ali, on Saturday night, 𝗧𝗵 entered the bar where he allegedly spent over an hour standing close to different groups of men. Sources tell Ali that 𝗧𝗵, I don't know if it's slap or schlep, would allegedly intentionally pass by men at the bar, allowing his body to closely graze against theirs. I don't know. I don't know if I buy this. Witnesses claim that 𝗧𝗵 was within 2 feet or less of a group of men. Okay, you're in a bar. You're in a bar. You're going to be around other men. Men go to bars. Despite there being plenty of open space in the bar, the men told Ali that 𝗧𝗵 followed them around the establishment. Their allegations were confirmed by Ali, who allegedly reviewed the video footage from that night of the incident that shows 𝗧𝗵 had no reason to be as close to the men as he was. I don't know about this, folks. What do you guys think? However, one man who came to the bar with his female partner claims that 𝗧𝗵 assaulted him by grabbing his nuts. I don't know, folks. I mean, it says genitalia, but I go and put my own spin on that. Every time I looked around, whether we were on the dance floor or at the bar or back at the table talking to people, every time I turned around, this guy was right there, 1 foot behind me. Did you feel his stiffy rubbing up against your leg? And I was just not comfortable with this, the male accuser told Ali. Per Ali, after being confronted by the man's partner, 𝗧𝗵 gripped the man's genitalia while he was mid-sentence at the bar. The man reported the assault to a manager who then allegedly escorted 𝗧𝗵 off the property. You got to be kidding me. I mean, I don't know, folks. What's your thoughts on this? I know these politicians. You know what they say, folks. You don't want to party like a rock star. You want to party like a politician. But these people are so damn kinky, it's off the charts. I don't know if I believe this. Do you all believe it? Give me a thumbs up if you do. If you don't, The man's partner, a woman, also told that she confronted 𝗧𝗵, informing him that the man was in a relationship with her and asking him to back off. While the same man was asking 𝗧𝗵 to leave because everyone felt uncomfortable with his presence and conduct, 𝗧𝗵, while the man was in mid-sentence, grabbed and gripped his genitals while looking him directly in the eyes. What? Oh, my gosh. After the alleged assault, the man who says he was assaulted reported the incident to a manager who escorted 𝗧𝗵 out. Despite being asked to leave, 𝗧𝗵 returned to the bar, leading to a heated confrontation, according to multiple sources. 𝗧𝗵 did not close out his tab, and his name was repeatedly called by the bartender when the last call was made, according to multiple witnesses. So he darted on the tab. He did a dine dash or a bar dash and grabbed a guy's nuts on his way out. That's basically what I see. I don't know, folks. I don't know. I'm just reading you. I thought that was pretty good. What the fuck news? I don't know. Anyway, folks, I'm going to take the super chats now. Let me know, folks. Do you guys like this new setup? I like it. I'm trying to improve my show. All right, Alex, let's check this out. Norman Lee Smith. Have a chance to hear the Trump 24 song on Spotify? No, I have not. I have not. The Trump 2024 song. I didn't even know there was one out. Who sings it? Is that, what's his name? Tom McDonald or whatever? Is that who that is? Has Juan talked about free energy coming out? Yes, he does. He says basically all this stuff is going to be coming out pretty soon. But he's still, I think Juan is still under the impression that, and I'm not saying he's wrong. I don't know. But he still feels that events are to come, massive ones at that. We may be cleaning up the deep state here in America, but supposedly to Juan, they have a lot of moves left, and it is like a David versus Goliath scenario. So are they preparing to retaliate? I don't know. So he believes there's still more events left. But when this is all said and done, America will be the place to be. But like I said, folks, I just put the interviews out there. You all decide. I mean, I have my own opinion on these things, but I don't force it upon anybody. And with that being said, folks, is Kash Patel, has he been confirmed yet? Alex, do you know? Has it just happened?
Yeah, confirmations are. Looks like it's finishing up.
So they have not confirmed him yet? What about my audience? Have they confirmed him yet, folks? We haven't been able to really check this out. Okay, that's a return from yesterday. And only cloture votes. All right, Alex, you can take it off.
Okay.
I don't want to get a copyright in it. We may have already got one, but it doesn't matter. Whatever, it is what it is. All right, Alex. Well, brother, I'm signing out. All right, folks, I'm out of here. Oh, another one. How is 0-point energy a threat to national security? It's not. How is 0-point energy? Okay, you answered your own question. It stops the drill industry from controlling humanity. Yeah, but we have to make the proper transition. So, and we got to get people back to work. So, I think they can completely run side by side. If you know how the electric grid works, you know that it's all powered by drill, baby, drill. So, 𝗬𝗏 Alexander, thank you so much. I appreciate all you. Anybody else have when am I getting married? I don't discuss my private. Sancho does not discuss his private life. Nobody will ever know about Sancho. Sancho could have many, many wives. You don't even know. Is there any more? Can you do a show on 𝗬𝗏 and Santa? These are super volcanoes are increasing in activity very fast, making a global catastrophe possible. Tsunami over 100 meters. Yes, Israel would be affected if this happens. Can you do a show? Yeah, I'll look into this. In fact, I'll talk to Gene Decode about this. I'll write that down right now. Gene Decode, the volcanoes. In fact, 𝗏𝗶𝗀 has said this a few times. 𝗏𝗶𝗀 has come on and talked about that there will be volcanoes erupting and all this stuff happens before we get America back on track. But I mean, that's up to you folks. You all decide what to believe or not. Any other ones? Super sticker, Beverly Adams. Thank you so much. Wow, I really appreciate the super chats, folks. You can also give on the Venmo. I answer questions on Venmo as well. My Trump song on Spotify is live. Norman Lee Smith music. All right, check out her Trump song. My Trump song on Spotify is live. Norman Lee Smith music. Go check it out. Anything else, Alex?
I think that's it for today.
All right. I'll see you Monday. Same bat channel, same bat time, folks. 9:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. Like I said, Nino'sCorner.tv, I will be announcing the winner for the General's Tent, February 26th. We're looking through all the members right now. And it doesn't matter if you're old or new. All right, folks. And the new heavyweight champion of podcasting and the black sheep of broadcasting, baby. All right, folks, we're out of here. Later.